Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
Yes.
exercise 3.8, question number 10.
Question number 10. And I need answer of 3.98. Very important. 3.8, which one?
Question number 10.
10 one. Okay. If the numerator of the fraction is multiplied by 2 and the denominator is reduced by 5,
Yes, ma'am.
the fraction becomes 6 by 5. So consider numerator and denominator as x and y. So x is multiplied with 2 and denominator is reduced by 5. Then the fraction will become 6 by 5. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And the second one, if the denominator is doubled, now we have to double it. And the numerator is increased by 8. That is x plus 8. The fraction will become 2 by 5. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You have made this, or here itself is this one?
Ma'am,
For the calculation problem,
ma'am, just a minute.
you have done the same question. Same equations are there. Check.
Ma'am, exercise 3.8, question number 10 is the sum of the numerator and denominator of a
Okay,
fraction.
that is in my mind is older one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, fine. No issue. The sum of the numerator and denominator of a fraction is 3 less than twice the denominator. So numerator is x and denominator is y. The sum of numerator and denominator, x plus y, of fraction is 3 less than twice the denominator. 3 less than twice denominator. So 2y minus 3. Okay, this is first equation. If the numerator and denominators are decreased by 1, x minus 1 and the numerator and denominator is y minus 1. In this case, the numerator becomes half the denominator. Numerator becomes half the denominator. Then no fractions we are not considering here. So this is 2x minus 2 is equal to y minus 1. So 2x minus y is equal to 1.
Yes, ma'am.
And here it is x minus y is equal to minus 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
And ma'am, in question number 9, the question is the sum of numerator and denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice the numerator.
Yeah, same one, same type of a question exactly.
Yeah, if the numerator and denominator are increased by 3, they are in the ratio 2:3. So whenever we are solving a ratio, we have to take a constant, right?
No, constant we are not taking. 2:3, that means that ratio. Means numerator by denominator is equal to that value.
Okay.
From the ratio, if you are finding out the value of numerator, then you have to consider as a constant.
Okay, ma'am.
Now numerator to denominator ratio is 2:3. And if you want the numerator, then numerator is equal to 2x.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
denominator will be 3x that time. When you want to take the separate values, at that time you have to multiply with the constant.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Mom, exercise 3.9, eighth question.
Father's age is, who wants this one? Who was
Rohit.
asking? Rohit. Okay. Eighth question is that your eighth question is the same as mine one. Father's age is 3 times the sum of ages of 2 children. That is no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the question I'm asking you. I need that question answered only.
Ma'am, I've solved that
45.
question.
I'm 45.
Ma'am, 45.
Have you got it?
45 and 15.
Yeah. How you got it?
Ma'am, we'll take the sum of the ages of children as y and father's age as x.
Yeah. So here 2 and then second equation is 2 years. Then after 5 years, his age will be twice the sum of ages of 2 children.
Ma'am,
Yes,
then
ma'am. We'll have to add 10.
Yes, 1 second. Who is there? Who was studying in between? Someone was there? Karthik was there or Rohit was there?
Ma'am, I asked the question.
Yeah, you asked the question, but yeah, others I'm checking out because that is the question I need and that is important question. Jayant, solve the 8th question.
Yes, ma'am.
Was the equation, second equation?
X plus 5
Yeah.
is equal to 2 bracket y plus z plus 10. I took the one children as y and second one as z.
Okay. So y plus z plus 10. So y and z both values you have calculated.
Yeah, no, ma'am. Like I just got the y plus z value and I substituted in the first equation.
Okay, they have asked the age of father only. Fine. Yes, Gautam, how you have solved? Yes, Gautam. Not getting your voice. Mark that question. That is very important question. 8th question. The father's age is 3 times the sum of ages of his children. So father and son, 2 sons are there. So present age of father considers X and the 2 sons' ages considers Y. Then in that case, and after 5 years, 5 years later, what are the ages? Father's age will be X plus 5. And what is the son's age?
Y plus 10.
Y plus 10 because there are 2 sons. So Y is the sum of ages of 2 sons. So in 5 years is added in both of them. Or you can consider this as, just like Jayant has considered, you can consider Y plus Z. So this will become Y plus Z plus 5 plus 5. So Y plus Z plus 10. Clear? And then check the relation. These are the present ages.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Then father's age is 3 times his son's age. So X is equal to 3 times of Y plus Z. Or consider this as Y only. Anything you call this one. But this thing is a one term. And after 5 years, his age is twice the sum of ages of children. So his age after 5 years, X plus 5 is equal to twice Y plus Z plus 10. So this is 2 into Y plus Z plus 20. Or here consider as Y only, otherwise it will difficult for some of the children. So consider this as Y plus Z as A. So X is equal to 3A, one equation. X plus 5 is equal to 2A plus 20. And then solve this equation. X minus 2A is equal to 15. X is equal to 3A, substitute here. 3A minus 2A is equal to 15. A is equal to 15. If A is 15, X is equal to 3A. That is 3 into 15, which is 45 years. This is the final answer. Is it clear? All of this done? Yes. Any other doubts anyone has?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, 3.9 10th question.
10th question. Just like this, Kathy and this one, we have done no, the optional exercise, Ani and Biju.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly same question.
Fine.
A is older to B by 2 years. A's father F is twice as old as A and B is twice. The same question, only A, Ani, instead of Ani and Biju they have used A and B. Exactly same question with the same values also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No, values are different. Kathy and Biju below that same question is there. 11th one, the same as when you what you solve for 11, the same thing you will do for 10.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone? Any other?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, what's the answer of 13th question?
3.9.
Yes, ma'am.
13th one, 40 years. 40.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. You got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Next question. There are some students in the two examination halls A and B. To make the number of students equal in each hall, 10 students are sent from A to B. But if 20 students are sent from B to A, the number of students in A becomes double the number of students in B. Find the number of students in the two halls. How to do? Just like that, this one, money giving. We have solved. A tells us if you give me 10 rupees, I will be twice as old as you. The same question, this one also. There are some students in A and B. So how many students are there? We will consider classroom A and B. X and Y number of students are there. Okay. To make the number equal, that means after shifting, the number become equal. When X 10 students are sent from A to B. If 10 students are sent from A to B, shifted from A to B. So how many new number of students in A?
X minus
X
10.
minus
X
10.
minus 10.
And how many other in B?
Y plus
Y
10.
plus 10.
Y plus 10. And
X
by
plus
doing
10.
this, what
Y plus
happened?
10.
By doing this, what happened?
Number of students in A is equal to B.
A is equal
They're
to B.
equal.
That means X minus 10 is equal to Y plus 10. This is the one equation. Now, but if 20 students are sent from B to A, 20 students from B to A, then what will happen? Now, what is the new students in B?
Y minus 20.
Y minus 20, because the students have been shifted from B to A. So now A is the number of students?
X plus 20.
X plus 20. And now what is the relation between them? The number of students in A becomes double the number of students in B. A is equal to 2B. So what is A? X plus 20 is equal to 2 into Y minus 20. Then solve these two equations.
Ma'am,
Yes.
is the answer A is equal to 60 and B is equal to 40?
60 and 40. 1 second. Sixty minus 40 plus 10. 60 plus 20 is 80. A is 60 and Y is? What do you got, Akshay?
Ma'am, I have done it wrong. I found it.
Yeah,
wrong.
it's not. 60 and 40 is not.
So Y is
Done.
80.
Yes.
Y is 80 and X is 100.
Yes. Janvi, you're right. Yes, and Bhavya, you are also right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Aditya, 80. Y is 80. And find the X value.
Is it 80 and 100?
Yes. A is 100, B is 80.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is X 100 and Y is 80?
Yes, right. Yes, Medha, right. Kritika, you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next question. Everyone got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Adrika? Adrika, you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next question. The angles of cyclic quadrilateral ABCD are. Find X and Y. So cyclic quadrilateral means?
Opposite angles are supplementary.
180.
Yes. Sum of opposite angle is equal to 180. So this is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. That means sum of A plus C is equal to 180 and B plus D is equal to 180. A plus C is equal to 180. So 6x plus 10 plus x plus y is equal to 180. So 7x plus y is equal to 170. This is first equation. Again, B plus angle D is equal to 180. B is 5x plus 3y minus 10 is equal to 180. So 5x plus 3y is equal to 190. And find the value of x and y.
X is 20 and Y is 30.
20 and 30. 20 and 30, right?
Ma'am, X is 20 and Y is 30.
Yes, right. 20 and 30. Next question. Now continue your earlier question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So here, next question is Jamila sold. This is the question from 3.6 I told not to do. We are doing it afterwards. So that question is this. Jamila sold a table and a chair for rupees 1050. That means altogether the selling price of table and chair is 1050, thereby making a profit of 10% on the table and 25% profit on the chair. Now, if she had taken a profit of 25% on the table and 10% on the chair, that is reverse the value, she would have got rupees 1065. So other amount she got. Find the cost price of each. For this, you need to remember the profit loss formula. So we will consider here as a table form only, we'll write all the given things. Table and chair. We will consider its cost price. CP of table as X and chair as Y. Now total SP is 1050. But what is the profit percent? On table it is 10% and on chair it is 25%. Okay. So what is the selling price? If you know the cost price and if you know the profit percent, what is the selling price formula? Selling price is equal to 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. Remember? Do you remember this? Now selling price. Now profit percent is 10%. So that is 100 plus 10 by 100 into CP is X. And for chair, 100 plus 25 by 100 into Y. Now this is a CP of table, sorry, SP of table. This is the SP, selling price of chair, and altogether it is 1050. So write this one in proper order. 110 by 100x plus 125 by 100y is equal to 1050. So this is first equation, or we can divide it with 110x. Don't simplify anything, means don't cut out the things and do this, don't do anything right now. And this is 125y is equal to 105000. This is the first equation. It is divisible by 5, so we will try dividing with 5, or we can add or subtract. It's okay, both the sides same we will get. So divide with 5. 5 2s are 22x plus 25y is equal to 5 2s are 21,000. This is equation 1. And next one. Now what is the profit percent? If you change, second case, she has interchanged the profit percent. Now table profit percent is 25% and on chair it is 10%. On table it is 25%, on chair it is 10%. Now what are the new SP values? 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP, that is X, and 100 plus 10 by 100 Y is the for chair, and altogether 1065. So 125x by 100 plus 110 by 100y is equal to 1065. Now take LCM, or not LCM, directly denominator is same, so directly add it. This is equal to 106500. Divide with 5, 25x plus 22y is equal to 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5 3s are 00. This is second equation. Now solve these two equations by adding and subtracting, because the same equation with the opposites, this one exchanged. Coefficients of x and y got exchanged. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is an important question, very important question. And this is actually the question from exemplar. Yes, Akshay, right answer. Karthik, what you are asking, I'm not getting.
Ma'am, which chapter?
Which one? Right now going on is a linear equation in two variables.
Okay, ma'am.
The same equation we are continuing. We are not started any new chapter. NCRT we have finished, so extra questions we are doing.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, is X 500 and Y 400?
Yes, right.
Ma'am, X is 500 and Y is 400.
Yes, right. Done? Everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Got the answer? Everyone got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Who still did not get answer? Raise your hand. Anyone who did not get the answer?
Ma'am, what is the answer?
500 and 400.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
Yeah.
Roshita, Jayant, have you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sharad, Samrida,
Ma'am.
Megha, Mayuka, have you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mayuka got it. Now find the next question, which is very, very, very important. This is the question. And this year, 2020, this question was asked. And most of the students has lost mark. Few students only got this question. Okay, it can take 12 hours to fill a swimming pool using 2 pipes. If the pipe of larger diameter is used for 4 hours and the pipe of smaller diameter for 9 hours, only half the pool can be filled. How long would it take for each pipe to fill the pool separately? The last class we have done with the man and women question. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the same question. It can take 12 hours to fill the swimming pool by, so that means full tank will be, the pool is filled completely in 12 hours. So there are 2 pipes. So we have to consider the larger pipe, larger diameter pipe will take separately if it is working. So we'll consider that is let larger diameter pipe will take X days, so X hours to completely fill the tank alone. And smaller diameter will take Y hours to completely fill the tank alone. Now, in 1 hour, how much part of the tank both will fill? Larger pipe will fill how much part of the tank?
1 by X. 1 by X.
12.
1 by X part. And the smaller pipe?
1 by Y. 1 by Y.
1 by Y part. And they are completely filling in 12 hours. So that is, if both of them working, they are completely filling in 12 hours. That means in 1 hour, both of them, how much part of the work they will fill? Both will fill in 1 hour, both together. Will fill how much part of the work? Tank?
1 by X.
That is no here 12 hours it is taking, no, so both of them working together, they will completely fill the pool in 12 hours. So in 1 hour, how much part of the pool they will finish or fill?
1 by 12.
1 by 12th part. So now what is the relation between this? Larger tank is filling 1 by X. If this is a pool, larger tank is filling 1 by X. Smaller tank is filling 1 by Y part. All together, they are completely filling 1 by 12th part. So that means 1 by X plus 1 by Y is equal to 1 by 12. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear to everyone? In 1 hour's part, this is a part of 1 hour. This is the larger pipe. This much will this much part of the pool it will fill. This is the smaller one will fill 1 by Y part, and together how much part they are completing? 1 by 12th part in 1 hour. This is all in 1 hour. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, or I can explain you other way if it is not clear.
It's clear, ma'am.
Everyone, anyone, if you are not able to understand, because these type of questions are important. Okay. Then now what they have told, that is if larger diameter pipe is used for 4 hours and that pipe of smaller diameter used for 9 hours. So now 1 hour larger diameter takes how much part of the tank it will fill? In 1 hour, how much part of the tank it will fill? Larger one will fill
1 by X.
1 by X part. Now if it is working for 4 hours, then how much part of the work, how much part of the tank will be filled?
4 by X.
4 by X.
4 by X. Now smaller pipe in 1 hour, 1 by Y part of the pool is filled. Then in 9 hours, how much part of the tank will be filled?
9
by
by
Y.
Y.
9 by Y. And altogether, how much part of the tank they are completing?
Half.
Half. That is 1 by 2. So in 4 hours, larger pipe will fill 4 by X part. And in 9 hours, smaller pipe will fill how much part? 9 by Y part. And together, they are doing 1 by 2. This is the second equation. Can you solve now further?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so write
ma'am.
it down this. And this year, 2020, this question was asked for 4 marks. And some students did not learn it clearly. And most of the students have lost marks in this question. Because they have done x plus y is equal to 12, first equation. Completed? Have you finished?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, is X 20 and Y 30?
20 and 30, right?
Ma'am, x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30.
Yes, right.
X is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30.
Yes, right. Now you try this question. Whoever completed. The same question I already explained you. Value is different. What happened? You are doing?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, is the speed of boat in still water 10 kilometers?
Yes, right.
Ma'am, the speed of the boat is 10 kilometers per hour.
Speed of boat in still water.
Yes, ma'am. 10 kilometers per hour.
Yes.
Ma'am, what is the answer?
It is 10 and 4. Speed of the boat in still water is 10 and the another one is 4. In a stream, it is speed of stream is 4.
4. Yes, ma'am.
Next question I already given the same question as we have solved about the Jamila question. Exactly same question. Next one. Everyone got the earlier answer? The motorboat. Manisha, Jayant, have you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Akshaya, Janvi, have you got?
Yes, ma'am.
Janvi? Amina, which question you didn't get? Upstream speed is? Who didn't get? Check this. Upstream speed is x minus y and downstream speed is x plus y. So equation will be 30 divided by x minus 1 plus 20 divided by x plus y is equal to 7. First equation. And upstream again it is moving 21 kilometers. So 21 by x minus y and returns back. That means the same distance it has covered. X plus y is equal to 5. So these are the two equations. Next question, the same as the Jamila question, but here it is a discount. So that means you have to subtract this value 10%. Same thing, 100 minus 10 by 100 into SP, into CP. So in this case, profit part you have to add. For SP, you are calculating. In calculating SP, if it is a profit, 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. But if there is a discount, then 100 minus discount percent by 100 into CP. So discount value you have to subtract. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, yes? Only this one, a shopkeeper sells. Don't solve that lower one. Yes, what happened?
Ma'am, is the sari 600 and the sweater 400?
1 second. Yes, 600 and 400, right? Everyone got it, or still I need to explain? What happened? Why you're taking this much longer time? Aditya, what happened? The equation will be 8% profit. That means 108x by 100 plus 90y by 100 is equal to 1008. First equation. It is also, you can do it as 108x plus 90y is equal to 100,800. Both are divisible by 9. 12x plus 10y is equal to 9 ones are 9, it is 10, 9 ones are 200. Again, this is divisible by 2. 6x, 5y, 5600. This is first equation. And the second equation, 10% profit, 110x by 100. So at 8% discount, that is 92y by 100 is equal to 1028. 110x plus 92y is equal to 102800. Further division not possible. So we have to take LCM from here itself. This is 5 and 46. Any other possibilities are not there. So here multiply with 55 or 46. And this multiply with 5. So this is equal to 6 6 are 36, 3, 24, 27x plus 230y is equal to 0, 0, 56 into 46. Two five seven six, and here it is 275x plus 230y is equal to 0, 0, 27, 25. So this is 276x plus 230y is equal to 257600. 275x plus 230y is equal to 257000. This get cancelled, minus subtraction. So x is equal to 600. So x is equal to 600. And substitute x in this equation to get the value of y. 6x plus 5y is equal to 5600. 3600 plus 5y is equal to 5600. 5y is equal to 2000. Y is equal to 400. Done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Start with science now.